All right, be honest. Are you ever in a conversation with somebody and you feel stuck? You feel like your brain is blocked and you just can't figure out what to say? This is a problem that happens to everyone at some point, and it's especially worse in your second language, which is why in today's video, I'm going to give you some very actionable advice that you can implement to never run out of things to say when you speak English. My name is Michael Anton. I'm the founder of English at the Ready, and it's my goal to make you fluent in English. Now, I'm going to give you two strategies in today's video, which if you implement correctly, will help you in conversation and unlock the ability to speak for a long period of time without ever running out of things to say or not knowing what to say next. So the first strategy is simply to ask yourself one simple question: why? This strategy is quite simple. Why is such a powerful word. And if you use this strategy correctly, it'll unlock an endless stream of conversation. I just want you to ask why every time you say something. Now, obviously don't say this out loud, ask yourself why, but if you do this, it'll allow you to build on the previous sentence and to continue the sentence for as long as you want. I'll give you a very practical example. Let's say you make a statement: I like dogs. Ask yourself why. Why do you like dogs? I like dogs because they are faithful companions. Why are they faithful companions? They're faithful companions because they are loyal, they spend time with you, and they make you happy. Why do they make you feel happy? Because they make you feel loved and appreciated. Why do they make you feel loved and appreciated? Because they're always there for you, and that gives you a sense of security and comfort. Why do they give you a sense of security and comfort? You get the point. You can keep going on and on with this formula. Now, in a real conversation, your answer might look like this: I like dogs because they are faithful companions. They are loyal, they spend time with you, and they make you happy. They make you feel loved and appreciated because they're always there for you no matter what. That sense of loyalty and presence gives you comfort and security. By the way, if you're taking the IELTS or the TOEFL exams, this would be a great answer. So this doesn't just apply for everyday conversation, something you can also use in the speaking section of some of these English exams. You can see how we've taken a single idea and we've added depth, we've added emotion, and we've added several layers to that idea. So the first strategy, as I said, is to ask why. It's very simple. Just ask why. Let me give you one more example. Let's say you're in a conversation with somebody and they ask you what you do for a living. Of course, you could say what you do. You could say, I am an engineer, I'm a doctor, and end the sentence like that. But if you want to add a bit more detail, you can ask yourself why. For example, I'm an engineer. Why? Why are you an engineer? I'm an engineer because I like building things. Why do you like building things? I like building things because I've always been creative, and it gives me a sense of satisfaction to bring ideas to life. Why does that satisfy you? Because it makes me feel like I'm making an impact on the world. I enjoy solving problems that make people's lives better, etc., etc. So the whole sentence would be, I'm an engineer because I like building things. I've always been creative, and it gives me a sense of satisfaction to bring ideas to life. It makes me feel like I'm making an impact on the world. I enjoy solving problems that make people's lives better. We've gone from taking a single idea into forming a complete, comprehensive thought. The next strategy I'm going to give you today is very, very similar, and it simply involves taking the last idea of a sentence and starting the next sentence with that same idea. For example, let's look at this sentence. I am a doctor. I chose to become a doctor because I enjoy helping people. I enjoy helping people because it makes me feel like I'm contributing to society. I think it's important for everyone to contribute to society because when people feel like they matter, they live happier, more meaningful lives. When people live meaningful lives, they're more likely to care for others, and that creates a better world for everyone. So you can see how I formed an entire paragraph by just taking the last idea from a sentence and starting the next sentence with that same idea. It's almost like a thread. It keeps going and going and going. And honestly, you could go on for hours if you wanted to using this strategy. Let's look at one more example. I recently started learning how to cook. Cooking is exciting because it allows me to be creative with ingredients. Creativity is something I've always valued, especially when it leads to something practical and useful. It feels good to create something useful that also brings people together, like sharing a meal with family or friends. Spending time with people you care about helps build stronger relationships. And when your relationships are strong, you feel supported and more confident in your everyday life. Obviously, your ideas will be totally different. These are just for show. They're just example sentences. But I just want to introduce that concept to you, and I want to show you how anything is possible if you follow this formula. If you just start the second sentence with the last idea of the first, you can go on and on forever. So let me know in the comments, which of these strategies did you find most useful? If you want to improve your English this year, make sure to subscribe to English at the Ready here on YouTube so you don't miss any future lessons. We also have several fantastic programs available to help you start speaking English more fluently and confidently. So if you are interested in something more intensive and more personal, click the link in the description below to learn more. You can submit an application, and if we think we can help you, we'll reach out to talk a bit more about our programs. Hope you found this video useful. I'll see you in the next one.